I know a 911's been called.
Oh, they have.
Police are going to be dispatched.
Well, you're not going to get her personal cell phone.
You might want to finish.
Okay.
Force has just stopped responding, at least to that particular request.
That's not true. So like I said, let me do a little bit of.
What do you mean by that not being true? That case law established back in 2015 that if any public employee creates a record during work while at work. I just don't kind of want to say like the aspersion that I'm potentially lying. I will wait for the police.
Hey everyone, I am free. I have a story that exploded from being a records request transparency story to seemingly a story about Department of Commerce employees hiding and or destroying records that I have evidence they created. When I went to follow up on the incomplete records requests, I had the police called on me while invited to wait in one of their waiting areas and told to go and check for a person looking to assist me. This place seems to not like the idea of journalists digging into things, and I think you'll have a great idea why when you're done watching this story.
Hey everyone, I am free. It's September 12th, 2023. I'm in a slightly damp city of Olympia, capital of Washington State, and Thurston County location at the Department of Commerce. Washington State Department of Commerce, I believe this to be their headquarters building. I'm going to go up and see if they are as well locked completely down. Let's see. Hi, how you doing? Looking to see if I could please get a public records request form.
They're online.
That is one way to do it.
That's the only way we do it.
Ooh, are you sure about that?
Pretty sure I can call Paula and ask her.
I would, yeah. Thank you.
I'm not sure, but I have a more pressing issue. It's the only way we do a public request records online. Because there's a guy with a camera in the lobby that says it's not. My supervisor says that is the only way we do it, and it goes through GovQA.
Gotcha. Yeah, is there any way I could talk to your supervisor?
I'll ask her.
Thanks.
I have no idea. Can I get your name and number because she wants to call you?
My name's Steve. I don't have a phone available right at the time.
Well, she's not in the building, so
Is there another manager I could talk to?
I'm not sure, but I know. And
Just want to make sure. So there is going to be someone coming to speak with me?
what?
There is going to be someone coming to speak with me?
We're not sure yet.
Okay.
Because most of the people work remotely, so trying to find somebody is difficult.
I just want to make sure I caught that. You said most people work remotely?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I help you?
you?
Yeah, just looking to get a public records request form.
Get a what?
Public records request form.
Okay, so we don't have a form, but we can have you fill out basically your contact information and what you're requesting, and we'll get it to the public records.
Sure, that'll work too.
So
And you're Laramie?
my name is Laramie.
Is this effectively the headquarters for Department of Commerce?
Yes, this
Okay.
is the
I'll just refer to it as that then, rather than put the address.
Sure.
And do you guys not get very much traffic of citizens coming in here these days?
So, if you'd like to write down any and all questions.
I was just interested. I mean, I can put it down. I was just interested in your perspective as an employee here. If you guys get a lot of foot traffic from citizens coming in for different things or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. You'd have to write down your requests, and any requests you want or information you want, write down, and we'll.
Do you log visitors? Because I mean, if it's not a record that you guys keep, then it would be a non-responsive request, because obviously you guys are under the Public Requests Act required to create documents. It's only records that actually exist. So this almost seems like more of a tacit kind of a question from a member of the public to an employee of the public, which is, do you guys get a lot of foot traffic as citizens coming in here, or not so much?
So I'd reference the public disclosure request, and any question you want to ask, we'll write it down and we can get the answer to you.
Okay, I'll put it down. I mean, it seems like a pretty straightforward question that's tacit in nature. All right.
And let's see. So, do you want to write down your full name?
No, I'm good with just Steve.
All right. And let's see. So, and is that your?
It is indeed.
All right.
Laramie?
Looks like we do have an actual form.
Great. I'll just keep what I put on paper for you, and you guys can send that where you're going to send it. But if I could get that blank one, that'd be great.
Oh, you want to fill this one out and
No, I'm good. I'll just hand
on this one?
yeah, just use that as the
Yeah.
PDR.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you very very
Thanks.
much. You have a great rest of your day.
You too.
And don't have the date on here. Today is 9/12.
Ma'am, do you have a pen I could use? I need to do one more public records request.
Pardon me?
Do you have a pen I could use for a minute?
Sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it. There's your pen. Could I actually speak with Laramie one more time?
Sure. We also have our public records officer coming, and he'll be here in a few minutes.
Oh, that's even better. I don't need to talk to Laramie then. That'd be
Okay.
great. Okay, thanks. Yep.
And so I would just want to make sure that I'm understanding, is this your full name, Steve?
No.
Okay, what's your full name?
I'd rather just stick with Steve.
Okay, is this an accurate email address? Okay, and you're making a request for number one, all assigned employees to the Department of Commerce. Is that HQ?
Yeah.
Names, duties, salaries, longevity. So basically, you're wanting a list of all the people that work at Department of Commerce here at headquarters.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, with these types of things.
Yep.
And number two, all locations of the above employees have worked at since March of 23. What do you
Yeah.
mean by that?
So basically, when I came in here and I briefly spoke with the receptionist, she had stated to me that most employees don't physically work in the building. And so what I'm looking to see is to get a list of locations of where these employees have been working at since March 2023.
Okay. Well, a lot of state agencies, and I'm just saying this randomly, have gone to like hybrid or flexible hybrid. So sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. Some jobs are just fully remote, so they're working from home. You know.
Yeah, and I just need to
whatnot.
see where
So-
that is because I've got to do some L&I public records requests as well.
Yeah.
To basically understand the nature of risk that the Department of Commerce is taking by having them work from home.
Okay, so, and then for number three, all records for the above referenced employees, documenting their hours worked and where they worked from while working those hours.
Yes.
Okay, and then for number four, all logs of people entering the HQ building for, I'm gonna change this DOC because I refer to DOC as Department of Corrections.
Sure.
Okay?
No sweat.
So I'm gonna put Department of Commerce, all right?
Sure. No sweat.
Since March of 2023.
Yep.
Okay. So is there any other, that this is what you're requesting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will respond to you via
And this
this.
now.
What's that?
And that too.
Okay, what's this?
I don't know the receptionist's name, so if you want to just
That's
call her
okay.
name.
September 12th. Are you sure you don't want to give me a phone number in case I need to call you to get clarification on anything?
Oh yeah, email's better. That way we actually have a record of it.
True, but sometimes talking like we're talking here, we can,
Sure.
anything that I talk to you with over the phone is going to be put in writing also.
Sure. If need be, I'll just arrange for a time to come down and speak with you in person.
So, okay. Well, you're not going to get her personal cell phone.
you might want to finish. That case law established back in 2015 that if any public employee creates a record during work while at work, she took a photo of me and I overheard her saying that she was sending that to someone at work. So basically there's records she created on her phone that need to be.
I will look into this one here. Okay, I'm not saying no. Sure. I will look into this.
Fair enough.
All right. And we will go from there. So as you know, we have 5 days to respond to you.
You do.
And so that 5 days starts tomorrow, as in 5 business days.
Yeah.
So this is going to be all put into GovQA.
Okay.
And we will respond to you through GovQA.
Sure.
That's kind of why I was asking for more information, so I could get that information in GovQA.
Sure.
But if you will get, I will put that email into GovQA.
Okay.
And then I will put all this information that you have in GovQA.
Sounds good.
And then I will respond within 5 business days. And in that 5-day letter, we will also give you a time frame of when we expect to provide at least an installment of records.
Sure.
And I will tell you off the top of my head, don't quote me on this yet, we're late October, 1st of November of where we're scheduled out to providing an initial installment.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. 2 things I'd like to see if I can get before I go. One, what is her name?
Receptionist's name is Kathy.
Kathy.
I don't know her last name.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. And then second of all, when I know you're going to research that because you just said you will, but would you make sure that you let her know not to delete anything?
Oh, yeah.
Just until you figure it out. Because I mean, if you have a rebuttal that says, well, there's another piece of case law that refutes that or whatever, then we can talk about that. But until then, I just would not like to see the records destroyed.
Yep.
All right, great.
So, sorry about moving all that stuff.
It's all right.
So you're good to go now?
I am.
Okay.
Appreciate
Have
it.
a great day.
Thanks for it. And it's Forest, right?
It is Forest.
I could have sworn she said Forest. Okay.
You'll see when I respond. It's 2 hours. So.
Okay.
And then obviously, if I misinterpret anything in the email, it's listed in the letter. So.
Yeah, no sweat. And like I said, if we need to, I'm happy to come back down and we can talk again in the lobby here, and if we have to do it in person. So no sweat.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you can call me.
All right.
My phone will be listed.
All right, sounds good.
On the email. So.
All right, thank you.
Yep, have a good day.
You too. Wow, that is just a lot of butthurt in the Department of Commerce. And this is endemic of what I'm seeing in Olympia. If you go and watch my Department of Transportation video, you'll see that at the very beginning I say, man, it's like Olympia's dead or something like that. Every government location is just no one there. No one there. It's crazy. And when you go in, you just get this, like, it's not an overt, screw you from the public servant kind of thing. It's this latent unhappiness that they even have to be around you, talk with you, engage with you, do anything to help you. It's just really not okay. Yeah, I'm looking to speak with a manager. I'm looking to speak with a manager.
Okay, do you know who that would be?
Nope, whoever's the first line of manager.
Okay,
What's that?
give me the sir.
Okay.
Nora. Yeah, I got a person down here in the lobby, and he needs to speak to the manager. Would that be you, or would that be Kalina? Yeah, he needs to speak to the manager. Okay, well, then we have him wait out in the lobby, or okay, sure. Okay, bye bye, bye bye. Okay, okay, just a minute. She's on her way up here.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah.
Hello, are you the manager that's coming out?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh no, I'm not a manager, but are you recording right now?
I am, yeah. I'm just waiting for a manager.
Wish to be recorded.
Oh, it's okay. It's totally okay.
Huh?
It's totally okay. I promise. Yeah.
Who are you here to look for?
The guy at front, Phil, is having a manager come down and talk to me.
Oh yeah, I came in place, but we don't. I just trying to figure out what kind of manager you're looking for.
Oh, gotcha. So you are the one coming over. Okay. So I was here, I want to say it was about a month, a little over ago. I guess it was about a month ago. And when I came in to do a public records request, there was a lady that was working up in the front desk where Phil's at.
Yeah.
And she asked somebody to come down and help me. And when a guy came out and he started helping me, I noticed the lady, and I got photo and video of it. She took at least 2 photos and I believe a video, which is fine. It's her right to do it. But I asked because she's doing it at work, I asked that the Department of Commerce ask her to hold those records because they become public records.
Yeah.
Because it's during work. So I did a public records request on those records, and it seems like she's gotten rid of all the text messages, the video, and one of the photos, and only got me 1 photo. So I'm here to lodge a complaint because that's a violation of the Public Records Act,
Yeah.
and I should be able to get those.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just
Oh,
here
you
to
just want to speak to somebody about that?
yeah, I'm just trying to start the initial process of okay, I've spoken with manager Steve or Susie at the
Yeah.
Department of Commerce. Now, if I have to escalate it, I can. I just want to make sure I'm checking all the boxes.
No, I totally understand.
So, yeah.
I will contact my supervisor right now
Cool.
and let her know that you're here.
Appreciate it.
Most of the people who work
What was
here
your name again?
Nora.
Lenora.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Laura. Sorry.
Nora, sorry,
Lenora.
yeah.
I'm Steve. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But I will contact her right now. Hopefully someone can speak with you today.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, if I
Wait,
could have you wait out in the lobby, please.
Oh, yeah, Phil was saying I should just wait here for whoever
But
was going to come
yeah,
in.
only. Oh, hi. Cleve.
I'm going to use the restroom in a second, so I'll just wait here for a
Okay.
second. Yeah.
There's a person here. He wants to speak to someone in regards to the disclosure. No, he wants to speak to the manager. Is Miss Dunn here? One more. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, you bet. Is that up on the 4th?
Huh?
Up on the 4th floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to just see if anyone.
Yeah, sure. No sweat. Thanks. That's taking a minute. I think I'm going to just go check in with Lenora real quick. You said that was okay? She's on the 4th floor, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Give me a hand real quick. I'm looking for Lenora. I think she came up here. Phil sent me upstairs. Lenora? Doesn't sound familiar? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll just wait here for her then. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, is there any way you could help me find Lenora? I was told that she came up here to find someone for me, and
Do you know when you are scheduled for it?
well, no, I didn't have an appointment. I showed up, and then Phil let me in, and then Lenora came down, and then said she was gonna go get someone for me to talk to, and I just don't know where she's at now.
I'm sorry, you cannot.
Is there someone else maybe you know that could give me a hand or help me?
I don't know.
Another manager?
Do you know which floor you're supposed to meet her? Oh.
Well, I was supposed to meet with, Lenora, and then she went to go find someone, and then she never came back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Is there someone? Is there
Yeah.
like another manager or someone around?
I don't know which division you're trying
Public
to
records.
talk. Huh?
Public records.
Public records.
Yeah. Is that on another floor?
I think probably you need to go down
To the third floor?
Third.
Third floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, Philip.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you Steve?
I am Steve. Hi.
Hi, I'm Paula.
Nice to meet you.
I work with Forrest.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, so I was stopping by because I'm looking to get some clarity as to what happened. Forrest had fulfilled, I believe, the public records request that I'd submitted to the greatest extent that he could. But part of what happened that I caught on video, and I submitted that video footage, was the lady that works up front, at least the day that I was here, took multiple photos and video as well as text messaging, and I was supposed to capture that, but when in terms of the records request, but when I submitted it and Forrest responded back to me, he had said that he had asked her to produce whatever she'd done that day. And she submitted just the one picture, but I have the footage of her texting at a minimum, or I'm sorry, taking photos at least twice, and on one occasion she's just holding her video for 16, or her camera for 16 seconds, which most people do for video as opposed to photo. So I'm looking to get all that, and then as well as the text messages, but it looks like she may have destroyed those records.
Well, I don't know about that. So I know the case has been assigned to Forrest. It's his case. I checked before I came down here. It's given a date in January of your installment or your records. So between now and that date, January 4th, I think it was, if there's records to provide to you, he has up until that day. Mm-hmm. So it's still a work in progress. So it's something that he's working on.
Sure.
He'll have to touch a base with you at some point, but he's still working on it. So
well, he was clear though in the last response that while certainly there are other records to get, and I know he is working on those, the one thing he was clear about in the email was that the other photos, video, text messages, all that, she said she doesn't have. And so what I'm trying to get clarity on is, has her phone been seized? Because at this point,
well, this is something you'll have to talk to him about more, because, so I can't have that conversation with you, because this is something that he's going to have to talk to you about, whether or not that's even a possibility or whether it's happening or not. I can't say. So all I can do is let him know that you're here, but he's not coming in today. You're going to have to reach out to him if you actually want to sit down and talk to him in person to set up an appointment.
Yeah, I can.
We're not here
email
every
him.
day.
Yeah, that's fine. I can email him again, but it was pretty clear on that one component of the records request that that component of it there was nothing more that could be done. And really what I'm just trying to do is check every box before I escalate this like to an OIG or to the ATG.
Well, you might have to escalate it if that's what you want to do, because if he's telling you it's not there's nothing more we can do.
And you guys haven't done anything in terms of like taking that phone or anything from the employee?
He's going to have to answer that question.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what's your position here?
I'm the agency records officer.
Oh, okay. So you're the actual PRO?
No, he is the PRO. I'm the agency records. I'm in records management.
Oh,
I
I
assist
see.
with
That
public
makes sense.
disclosure.
Okay.
He is the public disclosure officer.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
you'll want to talk to him more about this, and he's going to have to answer your questions for you.
Well, and that's part of why I came in person today, is because I was trying to really get an understanding from whoever is his boss. Not that I'm like having any personal issues with him. It's just he's making it clear that on that one component, there's nothing more. I'm trying to do everything I can to show that I've checked every box before I go. Because what I don't want to have happen is like, if I go to OIG or ATG and they say, did you check every box? Did you talk to everybody? Did you do your due diligence? If I can't say that I did that, it just ends up being this almost like circus where it bounces back and forth. And I'm really trying to do my due diligence of saying I did everything I could possible before I did this, so that way they don't kick it back down. Be like, well, you didn't do step 2.5A, and that kind of thing. You know how it is in bureaucracy.
Well, you can talk to him and verify, and he can let you know if he's done all he can do. Then you check that box.
Gotcha.
And then you have to go from there.
Well, and that's what he made clear though, is that he has done everything. He said she doesn't have those records, so now I am trying to just find whoever is over him, whoever that may be, to just say, hey, what's going to happen from this point?
Okay, then you'll have to ask him who he can direct you to on that. Then, so you'll just want to make that request, because.
Well, I'm making a request here.
I honestly don't. I can't answer that because I'm not sure who they would have you talk to.
I'm guessing based on your job, you're not his supervisor.
No.
Okay, who is his supervisor?
He has a supervisor, which is our managing director.
Oh, so the director of the entire
services.
facility.
No, there's different levels for the agency. Right. Yeah.
And who is that?
Who?
His director, his managing director.
His supervisor currently is Tamara Roberts.
Tamara Roberts.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay, I know these agencies have a lot of people. I get you. Is there any way I could just get a message to her and wait for her? I'd like to talk to her.
No, we need to do this. If you want to meet with his supervisor, I would like you to put that in writing, please, and let him be able to get that to the appropriate person so they can decide who can meet with you and when. Okay? Not an impromptu come in kind of meet, but they need to at least be able to meet with you and have knowledge of when that meeting is going to occur and who's going to attend that meeting.
It's a pretty straightforward question.
No, I'm not going to say that it is. This is not a simple hand it over kind of question. You're asking to go above his head now. So
sure,
I would like you to put that in writing so that he can then send that to the appropriate, whether it's his supervisor, her supervisor, or beyond, and who needs to be involved with that conversation.
I get that, but what it's doing, this is, I think, unnecessarily dragging out the public records response.
It's not unnecessarily dragging it out. You're claiming something's there and he's telling you it's not. So you're wanting additional information that even his supervisor might not be able to answer for you, right? Because he's already told you that he doesn't have that record, right?
He has. Well, he's saying she doesn't have the records that I provided evidence that she does or should.
And you're wanting him to go what? Take her phone from her and prove
well,
that to you?
I'm trying to see if he has submitted, and I haven't gotten a response back from him on that.
Right. You need to wait for him to respond. He has until January 4th. That's how public records works. It's not a fast machine.
No, this is asking for a clarification. That's why I'm coming in to get, that's I think outside the scope of how the Public Records Act works. So.
He will clarify then for you when he can, when he has the information to provide to you.
Yeah, but he said that the records are not there, yet I have evidence of it. There's
Okay,
nothing
then
for
if
him
he
to
said the
clarify.
records are not there, then he's already told you they're not there.
Yeah.
So
and
how is he
this-
going to clarify that?
Well, because now I need to see what the agency is willing to do to get access to that phone, because the ruling
And
green.
it sounds like you might need to go to speak to somebody else outside of this office.
Well, it's
because
possible. But like I said, I'm basically.
We're not just
trying
going to hand over a phone to you.
Oh no, I'm not trying to get her phone. I mean, I know that's not obviously the way that works. What I'm trying to do is see if the agency is going to get some sort of writ.
If the employee has signed an affidavit indicating that that's what they have, do you have that affidavit?
I haven't signed an affidavit.
Okay, well then give Forrest some time so he can provide that to you.
What does an affidavit have to do with this?
The Neeson affidavit.
No.
So hi, I'm Diane. Can I help
Hi,
you
Diane.
here?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Diane, the
nice to see
deputy
you.
director here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
So I'm looking to get an understanding of what is happening with, and I don't have the lady's name, but she worked up front the day that I was in here about a month ago.
Okay.
I came in to do a public records request.
Okay.
And a tall, lanky guy came out initially before Forrest and spoke with me.
Okay.
Was trying to help me initially, did
Yeah.
effectively. And
Sure.
while I was talking with him, I took note that the lady was taking photo and video of me and text messaging with somebody. So
Okay.
what I did is I corresponded with Forrest and said, "Hey, I appreciate the the records that you have
Yeah.
already," but he said he did talk with her and he only got one photo.
Okay.
But the evidence I submitted, the video evidence I
Okay.
submitted, is that there's two photos,
Okay.
likely a video, from because she's
Okay.
holding it for 16 seconds,
Okay.
and then.
So why don't we do this, excuse me, sir, why don't we go in the conference room
sure.
and then we can talk about this. You're
Yeah,
welcome
you
to
bet.
come with me. Can I help you?
Is it right here?
Yes, we will go. I want to make sure no one's in there.
Oh, sure, you bet.
I was called, said someone got past security.
Oh, I see, yes, because we are a secured building, so thank you, yes, I will handle it from here.
I know a 911's been called.
Oh, they have?
Police are going to be dispatched.
Okay, got it. Sounds like we have a little bit of different communication here. So,
Okay.
I will work on that with law enforcement as well.
Okay,
Yeah. Here's me.
thanks.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, if we want to step right in
Sure.
here.
Yeah, you bet. You said you wanted to make sure there's no one in there.
I do.
Okay.
Just so we have some space here.
Yeah, you bet. Oh, excuse me, Phil.
Oh, here goes. So, you know what? If you want to switch us up here.
Oh, sure.
So I think if you don't mind, if we go sit in the lobby, because what I don't want to have happen is our person just went on break.
Okay.
And so I just don't want, if law enforcement's coming, I want to make sure we can chat with them.
Oh, why is law enforcement showing up?
Well, so here's what happened. So we are a secured building.
Okay.
And so in order to come through this door here, you've got to be escorted by somebody.
Oh yeah, filling me in, and then Lenore, I think her name was, came out of that. Oh yeah, there's Lenore right there.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, it's a secure building, so that's why. If someone comes through there, sometimes.
Then the law enforcement's called at that point.
Well, because like I said, we are a secured building.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
So let's start this back over. So
Sure, you bet.
Tell me your first name again.
Steve.
Steve.
Yep.
Thanks.
So came in to do a public records request. In fact, the guy I just saw in there, I can't remember his name, tall guy, helped me initially.
Laramie. Okay.
Came out, helped me out, and while I was sitting there and he and I were talking, the lady that was working at the front desk was taking multiple photos and video and texting, and I captured all of this on my camera.
Which you're recording now.
Yeah.
And I haven't
Yeah.
been advised. But I hear
So
you.
when I captured this and later noticed that, actually noticed it that day, I just asked Forrest politely, that is his name, right? It is Forrest? Yeah, thanks. Asked Forrest to just make sure that she holds onto the records, because that Green versus Pierce County ruling from 8 years ago, whatever it was now, made it clear that if you use your personal phone during work hours to do work things, those records become public records.
Okay.
So when I submitted that request, Forrest did get one of the photos that she had taken and submitted that to me. However, I asked him, I was like, well, it's pretty obvious because you can see her, hitting the button.
Sure.
She's taking multiple photos. And then at one time she hits it and then puts the phone up like this. I mean, it's a recording. It's generally pretty obvious. And then she's text messaging. So I just wanted to make sure I got the text messages, the video, the photos of whatever was transpiring for her work. And when he asked her, he stated to me in the email that he asked her to provide those records and that she provided a single photo.
Okay.
I asked for him to clarify about the other photo, video, and text, and he said she had nothing else to provide.
Okay.
So I then followed up with him and asked him to see about getting her phone and using something like, I think it's Smarsh, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Okay,
with that,
it's basically a data capture program that the state of Washington uses pretty frequently.
Okay.
To get those records and see if they were deleted or whatnot, to verify if they had been deleted. And she ended up, or he ended up saying that was all that there was. So at this point, all I'm trying to do, the main thing I'm trying to accomplish is see if there is anything that can be done at this level before I go down other routes. Because you know how it is in bureaucracy. Unless you check every box and you say you've exercised every option available to you at X level, levels above it typically say, well, you need to go down and finish the process. So I'm trying to exercise my due diligence in going through every process I can at this level to see if those records are attainable, if her phone can be.
Steve. Thanks for being so thoughtful there. So I don't have any of that information here.
Okay.
But I'm happy to take your name and your number if you're willing to give it to me, and then I can work with our public records team and then get back with you.
Okay, well, the issue for me right now, because I really don't want this delayed any further, and Forrest has just stopped responding, at least to that particular request.
So like I said, let me do a little bit of.
What do you mean by that not being true?
Well, hold on, Steve. Let me do a little bit of research on it and check in with Forrest and check in with the team, and then we'll get you the information that you're requesting, or at least a response.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't understand what you mean by that. What do you mean by that's not true?
Why don't you let me just step in here, and I want to be respectful of our team and make sure that we get all the information. I get all the information to provide you a good response.
I mean, I want to be clear. I'm not making any, negative comments about Forrest or anything. I mean, he's been perfectly fine. But at the point that I was clear with you earlier that regarding that specific issue, there has been no further response to my inquiries.
Okay, well, love if you would give me the courtesy of letting me look into a little bit.
Sure. I just don't kind of want to say like the aspersion that I'm potentially lying here. That kind of is how that came across when you say that's not true. I mean,
well, like I said, why don't you let us sort through it a little bit, and are you okay giving me your number, your email address?
Yeah.
So I can make sure that we follow through and do our due diligence. And it's Steve?
It is, yeah.
Okay, and is it okay, and do you have an email that you're willing to share?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And is it okay to leave a voicemail on this number?
Oh yeah,
or would
yeah,
you prefer?
no problem. That's my work phone.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so Steve.
And I want to be clear. I have no issue with Forrest. I mean, he has been helpful up to this point.
Perfect.
I think this is an issue of, unfortunately, Unfortunately, it seems that the employee, again, I don't know her name, but has just not provided those other documents. I mean, like I said, short of there being a camera behind her, it was really obvious. And he has the video footage. So, I mean, you can clearly see her taking the photos, setting up the video, holding it up for 16 seconds. I mean, so I don't know exactly why she wouldn't provide that. I mean, that seems unusual.
I mean, there's always a lot of different factors, but I'm certainly not going to speculate on that. And you know, a public records request come in, I'm confident our staff are as diligent as possible and, you know, get the information that's requested. But like I said, I haven't been engaged in this and all, so Steve, if you'd give me a little bit of time to do some research.
Sure. And what kind of time frame are you thinking is
You
gonna
know,
be
I'm not
reasonable?
sure. I would say in the next a week to 10 business days, the next
Fair enough.
week
Yeah,
to
fair
10
enough.
days.
Yeah, sure.
Does
No,
that
that's
sound
fine.
reasonable?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay, so yeah, today's the 8th, so
Okay.
either myself or someone else will get back with you.
Sounds good to me.
And I'll give you my card too,
Okay.
just so you have it. Maybe I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, great.
Thanks.
I will wait for the police. I certainly don't want them thinking.
Oh, no,
I'm,
that's okay. I think that our Transwestern, who is the property manager here, may have already called that off.
Okay.
And I don't know if that actually even happens. So.
Okay, I'll just give it a couple minutes. I just don't want them. I don't want to walk out here and have them thinking there's some, you know, lunatic running around doing some bad things, and have them think that, you know, they need to accost me at that point.
That sounds reasonable.
So.
So yeah, if you want to have a seat, I'll step in and see what I can come
Great.
up with and see if they've actually
Yeah, that'd be great.
made
I
that
appreciate
phone
it.
call or anything.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll be in touch soon.
Thank you. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
you the same. Hi, Steve.
Hey.
So I have confirmed 911. They are not coming to this
Oh,
location.
great. Cool. All right. Wow. What a crazy encounter there at the Department of Commerce. Wow. This is exactly why you have to have access to your government, because that first lady that came out, you know, she's saying, oh yeah, he's Forrest is, you know, he's working from home, which, you know, I'm sure he is. But then when I asked for his boss, I'm there. I'm literally there trying to have a conversation to get to the bottom of this. And it's, oh, just send another email. Just send another email. Set up a time so you can schedule this. It's like, I'm coming in because you guys are not getting me the information that you need to get me. And it's just push off, because they don't want to have liability over that employee's bad behavior. And they do have liability over that employee's bad behavior. There's at least 2 photos, a video, and some amount of text messaging that occurred that was not submitted. And when you read the email from Forrest, who seems like a perfectly nice guy, he says he asked her for the information. Well, of course she's not going to give the text messages and or emails that she said likely was, oh, there's this crazy guy with a mask in here recording. Yeah, I'm there to do a public records request. What's crazy about that? So this is them just stalling and trying to find a way, in my opinion, to delay the inevitable. I also don't want this to turn into a back and forth like I mentioned to the deputy director. If you don't check every box at the lower levels, when you try to escalate a complaint to the Office of the Inspector General or the Attorney General or whatever it is that you try to do, they always come back at you and say, well, you didn't complete the process. You got to go back and fill out Form 12A or whatever. And it just continues to delay. By speaking with the deputy director today, this is going to solve the problem and allow me to have from the head honcho an answer as to whether or not they are going to get her phone, run a data collection analysis on it, see what's on there relative to that day, get the records, or find out if they were deleted, which is a crime, and from there figure out what's going on. But you know, this is just them trying to get out from having responsibility over their bad conduct, and I'm not going to back off from that. If they're willing to do this at this stage, imagine the other records that I'm trying to request in terms of delays and obfuscation and whatnot. So with that being said, that's it here for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications, comment below. Love reading the comments, even for people like Taipan. Taipan, you are a one of a kind, man. You are a one of a kind. Your comments are comic gold, man. I would politely and kindly ask you to never stop commenting on my channel. We get some real doozies from you, man. So that's it for today, everyone. Take care. Bye.